Hi guys, my name is Kimmy from the Beardsley Library, and today we're going to be making our take and make fairy garden. So basically I'm just here just to show you what you can do with the stuff that I gave you, but basically fairy gardens are what you guys want to do and how you want to place stuff, so you can kind of do it on your own, but I'm just here to give you some ideas and some guidance if you don't know exactly where to go with this. So I'll show you all the materials that I gave you. Hopefully you have everything in there. Make sure. I'm also wearing gloves while doing this just because I might put some of these materials. I'm not keeping this fairy garden that I'm showing you right now. I'm just going to put everything back, but I have my gloves on and I have disinfectant. I'll disinfect everything as well, and I'll be wearing masks and gloves when bagging your items as well. So let's get started. So the stuff in your kit that you had was like a dish, a garden dish. You should have a bag of dirt. With the bag of dirt, I measured them in one dish and then made sure it was like a good level. I added a little extra just in case you want a little bit higher, and then I dumped it in the bag. So I didn't just scoop random amounts. I like measured out everything of dirt. You have a fairy house. This one's just a cactus. I have all different ones. You also have a fairy or a gnome, depending on what I have. You have like a little post thingy. I think this one's like a light, but I have like a welcome sign as well. You'll have some green moss in there as well. You will also have some big rocks like this, some smaller rocks, either in like a variety of colors or in like a darker black color as well. You'll also have some blue rocks like this. They might look different for some people. I need another package, so there'll just be blue rocks in there. You also, for the extra things that I'm gonna make, I'll have some 2 longer sticks and some string. So this is for an extra item to make, and then a piece of fabric. And then for the second extra item I'm making, those would be for like the little rocks and some smaller pieces of wood and some wine corks. So I'm gonna move you guys over here so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll show you what to do with some of the items, and I'll show you how to make the extra items that I mentioned before. Oh, I forgot. And each kit would have 2 succulents. Look how pretty they are. So hopefully, I think I'm gonna put them in like a small cup with dirt because they need dirt. You can't just like give them to you without the dirt. So I'm gonna move you guys down real quick and move you to a different part. So I have you guys over here now. You can see what I'm kind of doing. So first, when you first start your fairy garden, you want to figure out where your house is gonna go. So you're gonna figure out your placement for your house so you can kind of work around it. So I just have mine right in the middle, center. If you want to make it a little bit different or unique, you can do it to like the left or the right, the left or the right. And you can do like, so you have more space on the left side or you have less space on the right side. It depends on how you want it and what you're kind of thinking about your design in your head. So figure out where you want your house and you can work around that. So I just put mine in the middle and had kind of 2 even sides so I could do different things. But even if you put it to the side, you'll have plenty of room for the other things I'll show you as well. So don't worry about, you don't have to do exactly what I do. Kind of do what you guys want to do and how you want to design it. So I put my house right in the middle. So I'm going to show you the little rocks I have over here. So I have a few little rocks over here. And I use like the edge of my bowl to kind of shape it with it. You don't have to do that. You can just do like a circle in the middle. But this is going to be a little pond. So I have just these small black rocks. You can use the colored ones. I'll add both of them. I'll add a bunch of them. So I have it on the edge of mine, and then I'm not gonna put a lot because I don't want to use all these blue rocks. But I'm just gonna put some blue rocks right in there, and it's gonna look like a little pond. So I have some blue rocks in there, and there's my little pond. It's not the best. Oops. There's my little pond. If you don't want to do a pond, you don't have to do a pond. I saw some people do like rivers across their fairy garden too, so you can just put some smaller rocks to like maybe push down the dirt kind of where you want the river, and then you can put some rocks on either side like this all the way down to like line your river, and then you can put little blue rocks in between there as well. Also, if you have a hot glue gun, I didn't want to make a hot glue gun required for this, so I'm doing a lot of things without it. But if you have a hot glue gun, you can just take some wax paper and use the hot glue and just make either like a circle. So you can put, you make the hot glue, you put it in like a circle, and then you paint the hot glue blue, and it makes like a glossier look for the pond. Or you can make like a long line for a river as well. So if you have a hot glue gun and blue paint, you can do that as well. But you don't have to, because I'll give you some blue rocks to do it that way as well. So yeah, so that is the little ponds that I made right here. So next I'm going to show you what to do with the bigger rocks. So the bigger rocks I used for a pathway to my house. So I just did a few already, but I'll just complete it. So I just have the bigger rocks, and you basically just place them. I did 2 rows. You could do it thicker, you could do it smaller, whatever you prefer. And I'm just pushing them down a little bit so the top of the rock is kind of above the surface. So I'm just finishing the pathway. And then you have different shape rocks, so really use the shapes and complete them together. Maybe I'll put this one right here. Yeah, so use the different shapes of the rocks, turn them and twist them to kind of fill in as much as you can. So there's my little pathway. So I'm going to talk about, actually I'll do the moss and I'll talk about the succulents. So the moss, you don't have to add the moss if you don't want to. I might just add some around my house. So I'm just taking it and spreading it out a little bit because it's kind of in a big clump when you first get it. So I think I'm going to put some under my house because the back of my house is kind of incomplete. So I think I'm going to put some like right on top of my house, or right under my house. So I have some green right there. Made a mess. So I added just some green to it just to give it some more color as well. So I'm not going to put any succulents in mine because I don't want to waste them or whatnot. But I do have succulents here, and you will be getting 2 of them. I'm just going to talk about right now how to take care of them. So with the succulents, they need about 6 hours of sun. So putting them in a sunnier place might be more helpful. When watering them, less is more, I was reading about, and then it says water to about every 7 to 14 days when it's like a warmer season like the summer and spring. But when it gets about like the winter seasons, it says you only have to water them 3 to 4 weeks. Obviously if you see it kind of getting brown or dying, you should probably water it. They're indoor succulents, so they're pretty low maintenance and everything, so that's all you really have to know about them as well. So I think that's basically it. I might add this. You have this option, so you can either put it like right in front of your house, or I might put mine right at the front entrance as well. I think I want it on the right side. Just gotta even out this dirt right here. Okay, and then I'm not sure when I want my fairy yet. I might wait to the end for that. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a clothing line for your fairy garden. So I have this one that I already made. It's a super easy thing. I'm going to put it right by my pond over here. So if you just stick it right in the dirt, it will stick. Maybe pat the dirt around the sticks a little bit just to make them a little bit tighter. And then I will give you a piece of cloth to kind of look like a blanket to put right on top of your clothing line. So there's a little clothing line right there. So I'm going to show you how to make that. So it's very easy. It's obviously just 2 sticks and a piece of string. So it depends. I gave you a long piece of string, so it depends how big or small you want your clothesline. I don't want mine too big. So you basically take your piece of string in one side of the stick and you just tie a basic knot. It's hard with my gloves because they're super slippery. So I'm just tying a basic knot. Let's see if I could do it. There we go. Okay, just pull it tight. If you think your knot's not tight enough, you can put like a little dab of hot glue if you have a hot glue gun. But I chose not to. I don't have any hot glue on this one, so it works perfectly fine. So you do that one side. I have it just tied. I'll cut that little piece off later. If you need to double knot it, I would double knot it. I'm not going to because I have these very slippery gloves on, so it probably won't work for me too well. I want the nicer side on the top because you'll see it sticking out of the dirt compared to like this side where it's a little bit more rough, so that will be in the dirt. Then you're just going to tie the other side of the string to the stick. Trying to do this. There you go. Okay, I might not finish this because it's super hard with my gloves on. And okay, there we go. I did it. I didn't give up. So once you have the string on your stick, you're just gonna, I just push it up a little bit. And that might unloosen your knot a little bit, so just pull it again, just tight. So now I have my little, this one's a lot smaller depending on how big you want it. I'm just gonna cut the ends. Ends off over here, just so it looks a little bit neater. And you have your clothesline, so you can just stick it in the dirt all the way down. And you do that. So I gave you enough to make one of them, but either one's pretty fine, and you can put them where you want. I just decided to put mine like next to the pond, just in case if like the fairy was cleaning her blanket in the pond and then hung it up. So I thought that kind of made sense. So next I'll be showing you on the right side, maybe making a little campfire. So you can either use the black ones or the colored ones. You kind of just decide what you want to do. This is all super easy as well. So I want to make it kind of right in the middle. Just gonna flatten my ground a little bit more. I'm just gonna make a circle, just a small one, because it's a tiny little fairy. With the rocks. I want the rocks kind of close together, so it looks like a little fire pit. I'm gonna have each rock touching. If you have a hot glue gun, again, you can glue the rocks together. It's, not necessary unless you want them glued together so you don't move on you, but they shouldn't move too much. Oops. I'll just get down there. So now I have a little circle for my fire pit right there. And I gave you a bunch of little sticks. So I'm just gonna throw just some sticks on there, kind of in different angles, just to make it look like a little fire, a little campfire. So that's all you basically do. It was super easy. So I just had the rocks in a circle and then the little sticks right on top. And then I gave you these wine corks as little seats. So you can kind of push them in the dirt a little bit, so they're not sticking out all the way. So I'll give you 2 of them. You could even cut them again if you wanted to, but just be careful because they break kind of easily. So you have the 2 seats. I might. And then you have your little fairy. Might just put it by my house, right here. And this is my fairy garden. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just gonna go over again what we did. So place your house somewhere where you think you like it, kind of work around the placement of your house. So first put your house where you want it. We made a little pond with some darker rocks and some blue rocks in there. You can also make the river as well. Also with these rocks, the bigger rocks, we made like a little walkway to our house. The moss I just put underneath my house, but I'll give you more. You can put it all over, you can put it wherever you want. Then we made the little clothesline. You just tied the string to the 2 sticks, and I added a little cloth piece on there as like a little blanket. We also made a little campfire with the rocks just in a circle, and you just put some little sticks on it. And then I gave you 2 wine corks for the little seats by the campfire. And then you place your fairy, and then you have your succulents somewhere. Just say, like, if I had a succulent right here. And then I have all different types of succulents. Maybe I just want them by my house. So I'll give you the 2 succulents, and just take care of your succulents. You only have to, there's only 2, so it's very small. You just need to water them every 7 to 14 days, just once. So I hope you guys enjoyed your crafts at home, and if you guys would like to take pictures of them and put them on our Facebook, tag us, Beardsley Library, on Facebook, of what your fairy gardens look like after you finish. I love seeing the different products that people do and what they do with the materials that I give them. If you have other materials you would like to use on your own, go ahead and add it if you'd like. This is just some basic materials I gave you, so if you have more, add it. It doesn't matter what you guys want to do. They're your fairy gardens, so really do what you want to do. There's so many ideas on Pinterest as well. This is where I found like the campfire and the pond and the clothing line, so really check out on Pinterest, or if you just Google fairy garden ideas, you might find some. They had like a cute like ladder over the dish as well, which I thought was cute as well, but I didn't have enough sticks for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and good luck with your fairy gardens, and I cannot wait to see them. Please tag them on Facebook, or you can send them to me through my email. If you have any other questions, please contact me at the library. I'm here Tuesday through Saturday, so I'm here all the time. If you have any questions or concerns, or wondering where I got anything, this stuff's kind of hard to find because it's going towards summer now, so I've been collecting the fairy garden stuff for like months now. As soon as I saw it, I collected them. So that's it. Thank you guys, and good luck and have fun. Bye bye.